Well, it was another wild day over on Wall Street after the president issued a new tariff threat today. The Dow sank nearly 1%, while the S&P 500 was down 0.2% for the day. The lone bright spot, the NASDAQ, posting a modest gain of 0.1%.
Today, President Trump said he's considering additional tariffs on China. This comes after China retaliated against his announcement of tariffs last week. President Trump's 10% baseline tax is now in effect on all foreign goods. Higher tariffs for countries with the worst trade deficits start Wednesday. Trump is standing by his tariff plan, despite markets taking their biggest hit since the pandemic.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
This is the biggest self-inflicted wound we've put on our economy in history. There's no one virtually who doesn't work for the president who thinks this is a good idea.
Overseas markets are also taking hits, with key indexes in China and Japan down 7% at their closing.
Meanwhile, Canada is updating its travel advisory for the United States, telling Canadian citizens to expect scrutiny when crossing the U.S. border.
Caroline Elliott joining us live from Toronto, Canada, with the latest on that travel advisory. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Matthew, Hannah. Over the weekend, we know that, again, Canada's government updated its online travel advice, now saying U.S. border agents have significant discretion in who enters the United States. Now, that warning, again, that advisory, we should say, it also warns Canadian citizens that U.S. border agents can search your cell phone at ports of entry. Now, that advisory says verbatim, quote, expect scrutiny at ports of entry, including of electronic devices. Comply and be forthcoming in all interactions with border authorities. If you are denied entry, you could be detained while awaiting deportation. Now, CBP tells Fox News that lawful travelers have nothing to fear from these measures, which are designed to protect our nation's security. However, those intending to enter the U.S. with fraudulent purposes or malicious intent, don't even try. A visa is a privilege, not a right, and only those who respect our laws and follow the proper procedures will be welcomed. Now, according to Canada's National Stats Agency, Canadian tourism into the U.S. has already taken a hit. The number of Canadian round trips dropped 23% in February compared to the year before, and that drop in tourism could cost the U.S. big. The Canadian government estimates its citizens spend nearly $20 billion in the United States every single year. Matthew, Hannah.